Submaps allow you to activate a separate set of keybinds, so you can think of getting into a submap as being dropped into a game world where the rules of the game differ from the rules of the game that you're currently playing. So if I show you what getting into a submap is actually like, if I press Super and R over here, as you can see, my waybar config says that I'm in the submap resize. So if I try to perform any of the usual shenanigans like opening the terminal or trying to open my app launcher or trying to switch themes, by the way, if you want to see how that works, that just works like this, okay? It's not going to allow me in this resize mode. So I'm pressing Super Shift T and it's actually not letting me pick my theme switcher. Whereas if I'm in the global submap, I can actually pick themes from my theme switcher and then switch according to whichever theme that I want. Okay, same goes for my other keybinds. So if I'm in the resize submap, what happens is that I'm not able to get in to the mode where I'm able to open stuff like my logout menu or my lock screen or anything like that because it just seems to be broken. Like right now, it's working because I'm not in the submap, but otherwise the submap resize is not going to let me do that. It's just going to allow me to resize. Now, let me actually show you how to configure this. So first of all, you're going to have to copy this and then paste it inside binds.conf. Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know how to make a custom theme switcher like this one, I go into it and explain it in a lot more detail than I just do over here, which is just showing you the theme, right? I explain it in a lot more detail in the first link in the description, so you can just go ahead and check that out. I've condensed making a custom theme switcher like this along with an environment like this into a very short amount of time. I've been writing Hyprland for over 3 years, and all my 3 years of knowledge, all my 3 years of writing Hyprland knowledge, right? I've taken it, I've condensed it, and I have assimilated it for you to put into your brain so that you can get started with writing like this. Now, if you value your time more than you value just looking around endless rabbit holes of Reddit and watching endless YouTube videos, not knowing just what to do when it comes to your setup, then you will definitely value the program, which is the first link in the description. So don't waste your time. Honestly, unless you're stupid or you're brain dead, you know that your time is the most valuable thing. So you might as well save it and just click the first link in the description. Don't be a loser. Just don't be a person who knows that they can save time, but then still goes out and does everything manually like a caveman. You know, okay, think about it this way. Let's say you had to drive a nail into the wall. Would you use a hammer to drive the nail into the wall, or would you use your fist? Chances are you'd use a hammer, unless of course you wanted to end up with a broken fist and much more complicated stuff than that. So be a smart person. Be the smart person that you already are. Use the hammer, which is the first link in the description, the toolbox, everything that you could possibly need to make custom theme switches like this. And just go ahead and check it out. That's it. Okay, now let's just switch back to this theme and I'll show you more about this submap. Like so. Great. Okay, so I have it in config, hyper, binds.modules, binds.conf. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what this modules folder is about, I cover it in more detail in Hyper Accelerator again, which is just the program that I mentioned like a couple seconds ago. So it's in a section called modularity, which if I just show you, yep, it's in this section over here called anti-fragile modularity, where basically I show you why you have to make things modular, the apps that we can make modular, and how to actually go about doing it. We also have a couple more modules over here like optimization levers and a bunch more stuff, so you can just go ahead and check it out, right? Now, let's open this file, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and here you see the submap stuff. Zoom it in so you can see it clearer, okay? Now, let's take a look at what they're actually saying. So, this bind, Alt-R, is going to get into the submap mode, okay? And we're naming the submap resize. Now, this is crucial because if you actually want the name to show up properly, you're going to have to put the name in over here, okay? Now, if I actually change the name, so let's say I create a substitution, and then I say resize, I'm just going to change that to, let's see, hold on. Just change resize to resize with a capital R, change that over here as well, okay? And that should change. Yep, as you can see, it changes the name of the module here as well. So that's the name that we're going to be using, the name that's going to be picked up by our status bars. Okay, I'll just exit out of this, reload. Okay, yeah, see, this is what happens. So I wanted to explain this to you a bit later on, but since we're already here, I might as well explain it. Sometimes what happens is you can get stuck inside of a submap mode itself. So here I'm stuck in resize mode and I can't seem to be getting out of it even though I hit escape. Now, it's a good thing that I actually have this workspace module configured to the point where I can actually click around to a different workspace. Okay, but if I didn't have that, I'd have to switch over to a different TTY, kill Hyprland, change the submap settings so that they wouldn't have the same issue again, and then go about using my computer like normal. Okay? Now, I was about to explain it later, but since it already happened, it's a fantastic thing, right? That's basically what getting jammed in a submap looks like. Regardless, let's continue. So here we're just starting a submap called resize, and this might seem weird if you hadn't come across it before, but the way a submap is configured is you use this word. So you start with submap resize and then you end with submap reset. So the tool or whatever program is reading the config looks for the whatever binds that you have declared between these two pieces of code, and then it goes about and executes only those. So because I'm in the resize submap right now, there's no floating window, so I could show you if I could. Let's see. Okay, no window seems to be floating, but that's fine. Right now, the only thing I can do is just change the size of a window, but because it's stuck, it doesn't seem to be working. I'll show you how you can fix that because there has to be a command here. Okay, regardless, let's just continue. Okay, here we're just setting repeatable binds for resizing the active window. You can add in whatever keybinds that you want over here. You could also add in, let's say, keybinds for reloading your configurations. Okay, so I have a sway and see configuration, which you saw earlier, which was the Overwatch panel. Okay, so I could get into a reload configuration state. Okay, let's just open here. So I could change the submap name to something like reload config, and that would display over here, which means that every single time I'm in that specific submap, all I can do is just reload my different config files, whether that be the waybar config, the Hyprland config, or the sway and see config. That is the only thing that I can do. Okay, great. And that's pretty much it. Great, then let's see what else. This is what I was talking about, right? Do not forget to keybind to reset the key map while inside it, because if you do, you're not going to be able to get out of it, which is what's happened over here, funnily enough. And this is the command we can actually use to get out of this submap. Thankfully, they've put the command over here, and we have a terminal open. Let's just right quit, paste this in. Now that we're out of a submap, I can show you everything is working as usual. If I enter it again and then exit, that is also working. That's pretty much how you get yourself out of a submap in case you get stuck in one. Now here they also say that you can set the same keybind to perform multiple actions such as resize and close the submap. Okay, so let's say you wanted to press super key and R to both get into the submap as well as get out of it. You could configure that using this section over here. And they just mention it with this works because the binds are executed in the order they appear, and assigning multiple actions per bind is possible. And then if you were a psychopath, you could actually use nesting. So you can nest a submap inside of another submap. Okay, let's say that, for example, you couldn't use the super key or the alt key, both of them combined, to execute any possible command that you wanted to. Let's say you're executing a browser with one key combination and then another and another. You have too many keybinds and you still need to be able to execute all your applications, which is why you would use something like nesting. Now, most of you're not going to have to worry about this, so don't take, too much of this to heart. But yes, just in case you wanted to nest submaps, you could do that here. And here, lastly, we have a catch-all, so you can define a keybind by the special catch-all keyword, which activates no matter which key is pressed. So you can use this to exit a key map, or rather a submap, even if you're not pressing the specific key to get out of it. Okay, let's say I got into this resize mode again as earlier, but then if I press any other key except the key that is defined in the submap, you're going to get out of it. That's basically what this is entailing. This can be used to prevent any keys from passing to your active application while in a submap, or to exit it immediately when any unknown key is pressed. This is a good thing in order to prevent getting stuck in the submap like I showed you earlier. Okay, and that is pretty much it. That's it. That's how you use submaps. If you want to know how to make a blazing fast and beautiful custom theme switch like this one, along with this setup that you see over here, okay, complete with this logout menu and everything else that I showed you earlier, go ahead and click the first link in the description. The amount of time that you're going to save, okay, with the program, that's the first link, right? With Hyper Accelerator, the amount of time you're going to save is just insane. If you're a person who values your time, right, there is nothing else, okay? Let me tell you this. Nothing else that's going to help you save your time more when rising. Okay, I've taken 3 years of knowledge, I've put it into a program which is only available for access through the first link in the description. Honestly, nobody else has made a program like this at all. So you can go ahead, you can look for other programs if you want to, you can go buy them if you want to, but I can guarantee you this, right? None of them are going to be as good as HyperAccelerator. So if you want to know how to make something like this, go ahead, click the first link in the description, and I will show you exactly how. It would be my honor to teach you how to do this. A person who values their time and who values getting knowledge from an expert. If you liked the video, hit like. If you loved it and want to see more like this in your feed, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Stay rising.